Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm with Daniel Bradshaw, aka GYG, David Wills, aka Shorty, and this is the OutCast podcast, where we're just going to talk about shit. And just a reminder, this is 14 plus, because we got to swear here. Let's go. What do you want to talk about?
Well, you brought up the topic.
No, let's talk. Let's
Start from the sandbox, man.
Okay, let us know what happened in the sandbox there, Wiener.
Oh, there was lots that happened. I think, what was it, like one of our first events was like a Royal Rumble type thing, I guess, in a way?
Yeah, okay, so we should let the viewers know that during the 90s and the 2000s, backyard wrestling in Napanee, Ontario, we were three of the originals. It was OutCast Championship Wrestling or Napanee Wrestling Organization through NWO. But yeah, that lets you know what we're talking about today. And yeah, continue your story here.
I think, I was pretty sure it was like one of the first events that we had.
That was the one where I touched you.
Yeah. It was like when I was trying to get away and
All he did was lay down.
No,
Yeah, he did. He just laid down, I'm telling you.
No. Remember,
No.
okay, it was a
poked him
battle
up the
royal,
rumble.
okay? Remember, we were in the sand pit, right? And it was everyone for themselves. Okay, last one in was the winner.
That was me, motherfucker.
No, that was me.
No, I was me.
No, that was me.
He was the last one that
Shut
was
up,
in.
you.
That's when he poked me over the fence. Because I was trying to get away and he just went. And I
Out he goes.
I kept
That's
going.
right. You were thin then. You're waiting to carry you over.
Wow, starting already. But yeah, that was the beginning. Anyway, it was quite fun.
Does anybody else remember those shredded trash cans?
Yes.
Those motherfuckers left a lot of problems on our body.
Yeah,
like
tell me about
marks
it.
and cuts and yeah. I remember Davey. Who was it that tried to put you in one?
I think Damon. I think.
Yeah, tried to put him in one and roll him around. Was it Damon tried to do that?
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah, it was Damon. Yeah. For those watching, Damon, also known as the Big on TWFS, the whole fucking
I
show.
was gonna say I'm the big uncensored
Not,
badass.
now you're not.
motherfucker.
Anyway. If he's watching, shout out. All right.
More like big uncensored teddy bear now.
TB.
Of course, that's what happens, you know. Yeah, you took more of the brunt and damages from them shredded trash cans than anybody.
Well,
Yeah, my shins are proof of it.
And these.
And these, yeah. I'm pretty screwed up.
I'm pretty sure you
But
had better.
how do you remember the first Angel Dust?
I do.
How did that feel, by the way?
Yeah, that hurt.
It was an accident, but it was a happy
It's
accident.
like when you dropped me on my head during that one match that we had. You grabbed me by the heel and threw me up in the air. Yeah.
Shut up and let me explain this. It was a happy accident. You should have seen it. It was great. This guy was coming at this guy, and he just went right on his fucking head. We thought he was dead. He didn't move for a few minutes. He got the win, and then a few weeks later, so did I. Let's talk about that one.
It wasn't that. It was he was down on all fours and I wanted to kick him, and he just happened to have caught me by my heel, threw me up, and then I kind of thought, you know, this is not going to work well. Or are we all good there?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Nope. Like what you were saying?
Technical difficulties. We're back.
Yeah, thanks for our producer.
Thanks for sticking by.
Yeah, I actually remember after hitting the ground, I couldn't feel anything. And that's when he
Not
went.
much has changed, huh?
He went to rough pin me, and I had to tell him just to do this, only because of the fact that I couldn't move.
Didn't matter. He just laid down. That's all that happened.
Well,
I seen it. I was referee.
when you feel nothing but pins and needles running through your body, I mean, what do you do, right?
Well, at least the mirror didn't help.
And being held up and then let go at the same time.
What about the
was
Napanee
interesting.
screw over, Davey?
It wasn't my fault.
You were ref.
Daniel told me.
Why wasn't it your fault?
He whispered in my ear to fast count you.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. No, that isn't what happened at all. I'll tell you what happened.
It wasn't really a fast count.
Fuck you, it wasn't. But that's okay. I won. I won. That's the problem.
No, that was Damon.
It was Damon.
No, I won.
No, that was for the NWO heavyweight title. Okay, it was Damon Ferguson versus me.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was known as Game 13.
Davey was
back
ref. Davey was ref. Okay.
Damon pinned him on a picnic table.
Pinned me on a picnic table. My shoulders were not down, and he went.
Was I there that day?
That was the fall of the Napany Wrestling Organization.
Was I there that
Fall. Yes, you were there.
day? I can't remember.
I walked
that day.
home pissed off. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because Davey screwed me.
And not in the good.
Apparently we're gonna have a lot of comedy in here too.
I'm not gay.
I know you.
That wouldn't have been in a good way anyway.
Some smart ass over here slept on a bed of nails and thinks he's pretty sharp this morning. When he truly just eats a lot of glue, trust me, ladies and gentlemen.
And what you were thinking of was the fall of the champ.
That was 1995. That was me. I can't remember all the details. I can't. My mind isn't as good as it used to be.
I think one of the best things I've seen is when Wally came up with the nitrous blast from the top rope. That was actually kind of neat.
That was
like,
decent. Yeah.
I think that was just pure fluke, to be honest with you. Just the way he came up with it, it just would have slid to the blue.
You know?
Well, if you think about it, it's just a diving famouser.
Well, true. It's just, normally you would have done it from the standing position, right? But creativeness, really. Well, when he was creative, he's not really
You know, we
there now, but
we're talking about all this amazing nostalgia here, and we're getting one thing.
What's that?
We all got our start before we got NWO and OCW. We were trained in submission wrestling by Donald the Crippler Truscott.
yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, technically, we started before that, because
I know, but listen,
if you think
shut
about
up.
in the bedrooms when
Well,
Donnie powerbombed me
I know,
on the
but-
floor.
So when we're thinking about all the wins and losses we've had, and how many of us have developed our own submission moves over the years, it all dates back to
It
that.
all dates back to the torture on East Street.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alligator roll.
Alligator
that was-
rolls.
Good way to stop that, though. Put all your weight down. He couldn't roll you then.
No, he couldn't. But he sure damn try.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. You try.
He'd put up a fight until you eventually let loose and just let him roll you around the backyard for a while.
Eventually getting some bruises and some cuts and some hurting bones and some bad joints. And
Nothing alcohol wouldn't fix.
Yeah.
We don't indulge drinking underage.
No. Especially when you're on a rooftop and then you're going to play manhunt. That's not a good thing.
And this one being
Man,
afraid of heights, those were good days. Try wrestling before playing Manhunt in the exact same spot that you're going to be playing Manhunt. You know all the hiding spots because you tried to run away a lot.
I was a hider. I didn't run.
Yeah.
How often did you see this run? I know I should run more often,
Actually, quite a bit.
or at least
Yeah.
walk more.
What were you saying outside about him? When we got him good?
Me.
I can't remember what happened 20 minutes ago.
You were just talking about the double stunner on him. out
Oh
the
yeah,
backyard?
double stunner in your backyard. Okay,
Hair
back
flying
in the
up
day,
like this.
we had some wicked hair, like long hair. It was the 90s, right? So, we were in a wrestling match. We had Sea-Dog
The ring was made of snow.
and GYG, a shocker at the time.
Yes, that was shocker at the time.
And Shorty and myself, Angel. And we gave him a double stunner. If you watch wrestling, you know what a stunner is. Well, we did a double stunner. And this kid's hair was so long, and he went right up in the air like a mushroom cloud. It was just phenomenal. It's on. We got a picture.
It was
Don't have it right now.
It was captured perfectly.
Just like the double stunner I did on this kid at the fairgrounds. That was awesome too.
Yeah.
How come I can only remember half of this shit? Was I even there?
Yeah.
You don't remember midair DDT?
Well, my head hit the ground pretty hard. I don't.
Well, it's not like you're doing it damage. There's nothing there to hurt.
I've taken a lot of hits over the years, folks. Let me rim off a couple. Okay, so very young. I can't remember how old was I when what year was it when I went face first into the picnic table?
96.
Yeah, 96. Okay, so I went face first.
I
Into
know
the
we
picnic
weren't
table.
wrestling long.
No, I went face first into a picnic table. Sure enough, yeah. I can't remember what. It was either one of these two. Yeah, they took advantage of it. They slapped.
Probably Davey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. It was him. He kept trying to pin me 7 times. Nobody could count. He wouldn't even let me up. It was funny. He was just leapfrogging on me. I thought, oh God, here we go. I'm gonna get squished.
I was just trying to cover his face, and nobody had to see his ugliness. Didn't improve him any.
And then fast forward a few years later. Oh shit! What happened? I got hit in the fucking head with a giant board and cut myself right across here.
That was in 2003.
Yeah, that was quite a few years later, and yeah, I don't think the scar is still there, but
The guy wouldn't
got
go
hit
to the
pretty
hospital.
hard.
I missed the event, heard about it, seen the video, and like he should have went to the hospital, but being stubborn as he is,
You want to check out that video? Go to OutCast Donnie on YouTube. OutCast Donnie.
Link below.
we had a lot of good matches out in Switchable too.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, we did.
the
Hardcore
ladder match
Hangover.
for the television title.
Yeah.
That was a decent match.
Hardcore Havoc, and then we came up with the event.
Hardcore Hangover.
We came up with the event right after. Yeah.
Yeah, the hardcore.
No
Yeah.
recuperation. Oh my God.
Day 1 was a Saturday. It was Halloween Havoc. We had it all planned. Okay, it went smooth, and I think a couple beverages might have got consumed that night, and they were like, "Well, how's about Hardcore Hangover?" Hardcore Hangover. What? Because we're drinking, we're probably going to be hungover, and we just got done hardcore event the day before. So, long story short, we were all in pain, but it was a good show. It turned out really decent for the amount of people that showed up, because
That
a
was
lot of
also-
people didn't want to wrestle 2 days in a row.
That was also the day that we introduced the old school mayhem match, where there was no padding, no ropes.
Yeah,
A lot of weapons,
a lot of weapons.
chairs, chains, kendo sticks. shit.
Go to your kitchen pantry and find your pie plates and sheet
Yeah,
pans and
they
stuff.
they
They
were
made it
something.
in there too.
We busted and dented up a lot of those. Like that was just brutality.
They definitely weren't cookable afterwards.
And
Yeah.
maybe we should punch the line on the tag team rivalries of the past. You got D-Generation X or the Hulkamaniacs. David and myself,
And Dark Horse as
big
well.
big Hogan fans.
Yep.
And we got Guard Force, the 3 of us. And then there was Team Beer,
Yeah, they were the comedy
That
tag
was
team.
Jeremy,
Damon.
Damon, the Les. He was their manager.
Let me tell you about Damon's finisher was the worst one of all time.
Which
Was it the
one?
shoe?
Where he would put you in a Boston crab, or not a Boston crab, but a camel clutch, and then put his shoe right in your nose. And
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God, you had no choice but to tap out.
Yeah, the stink bomb. Yeah. that
Unless
was-
you could hold your breath for everything that you had.
Nowadays, that'd be yours.
Nah.
It'd probably kill somebody. It'd be like mustard gas. Anyway,
Over the years, we've had a couple pimps in the organization. We had Pimp Daddy,
Pimp Daddy
Danny
Cash.
Abrams. He was way back in the beginning of OCW.
Made him tap out several times.
He liked to run a lot and roll.
we had Pimp Daddy Cash, who would later be known as Fluffy.
Adam Bergeron, shout out.
Honestly, that little guy, he started wrestling us about the same time, about the same age Joshua was when Joshua first started. Joshua,
Yeah, well, it was him and Sid
Yeah.
that started first. And then they brought in their friends. We had, Scarecrow. We had
Spike.
Spike and Spark.
Spark.
Can't remember what. Matt
Phoenix
went under.
Hellfire.
Phoenix
Hellfire.
Hellfire.
That was
Did anybody remember his real name? I can just remember him as Phoenix Hellfire. If you're watching, let us know what your name is. Or
Okay.
Matt, I know you know. Come on, let us know.
yeah. Let us know, Matt. Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was like Nick or something like that. Or
No, it don't sound right.
Nate or
It wasn't Josh.
no,
No,
it might
that
have been
was-
James or I can't really remember.
But there was that Josh Sloan guy. He had a match.
Oh
with
yeah,
you,
Josh
wasn't there?
Sloan. Yeah. Oh, and
And we got Jeremy Allen.
Oh.
We got a shout out there.
oh Johnny. Sid's running there.
Oh yeah, John Bolton.
That's it.
Stinky.
He was like a hobbit wrestler, is what he was.
Yeah.
Fucking looked like a hobbit.
We only call him Stinky because he had some funky feet. That's why we call him Stinky.
And he lived under the stairs. Like a damn hobbit that he is.
Good guy though. Good guy.
Oh yeah. He'd take a shirt off his back for anybody.
Another one of the young stars. You'll meet him later on in another podcast. He's the guy that started out there. That was Devil. That's our nephew. That's Josh. We're going to be ripping on him sometime later in another one.
That'd be in the next podcast.
Yeah.
Honestly, where we started about the same age as Josh was, actually a little bit later than Joshua. Joshua started about, what was he,
We were
5?
what, 12? 11, 12?
Well, we started right about 12, 13 actually.
Yeah.
Roughly about that.
We were quite young.
Joshua was
Oh
5.
yeah, you're right, earlier, yeah.
Joshua was 5. Very first time he ever stepped with OCW, he was. I gotta do that. That's how I get my memory going. Shut up.
You're shaking the
He
peanut.
got power bombed and chokeslammed by this guy here. Kid just kept coming
Epic.
back and back
Epic.
and back. He wouldn't stop. He was like a little Energizer bunny from hell. He just kept coming and coming and coming. Eventually, as he got older, he learned to stay the fuck down. And actually let somebody get a win over here. He'd also step in as a referee a lot of times.
Oh yeah, or a ring announcer. He was
Yeah.
pretty good with ring announcing.
Yeah, it was good.
Speaking of our ring announcers, we mentioned one earlier, Damon Ferguson, who spent a lot of time behind the camera more than he did in front of it,
Well,
along with the electrician.
what were
David
you
Remember,
Lockhart.
Damon had a rule.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
The match cannot be done until a cigarette was done.
Yes, that's true, yes.
Yeah.
If the smoke wasn't done, he wasn't even going to count a pin. He wasn't going to count a submission. He was on smoke break while he was supposed to be working.
Yeah, he did that quite a bit actually. I remember.
He did so. Usually he'd light up another one halfway through the match. Not done yet.
We're talking about tag teams earlier. I tell you, when you're a tag team with somebody for so long, and then all of a sudden he turns his back on you,
I'll eat a dick.
that's quite the.
Might
That's
I
like
throw in
traveling.
here, okay? I might have turned my back on him, but I also carried the team for years. Okay?
He had no skill.
We had the two-move guy, okay? He was a stunner and a stomper. He could stun you and he could stomp you. The odd time he throw in a good submission here and there. But for the most of it, I carried the team, you know.
I had more moves than Michael Jackson at Disneyland.
Michael Jackson went to Disneyland?
I don't know, probably.
I thought they
He had
banned
his
him.
own. He had
Well, he
his
might have been
own
in
fucking-
Neverland, but I think he did visited Disneyland a couple times. I ain't real sure.
thought
I don't
they
want
banned him because of his
to.
kid
I don't really want to
addiction.
cross any lines here, so I'm gonna.
Okay, we're back again after being wrong or interrupted by a producer. Well, she's my fiance, I guess, producer. Like I was saying, okay, I carried the team for a long time, but without him, there's not another tag team partner I could work with. We just didn't click with other people. So that's that. Since our producer is telling us that we have to go more in depth with different matches and stuff that we've had in the past. So these two got talking while we were on a little break here because the producer told us to. Talking about the return of the Hulkamaniacs and the separation of the Ghostbusters with Spark and this guy right here, Jeremy Templin. So why don't you guys talk about this since my memory is vague?
Well, it did happen, and it did happen in the same event. Spark and I were scheduled to go up against a tag team. It wasn't written down yet. Had no idea who it was going to be. So we were in the ring, came down to Ghostbusters, of course, because he had to choose his music. Couldn't use fucking mine. No, I couldn't use my own music. I had to come down to I'm a fucking ghost. What the fuck am I doing? Anyway, so we're sitting in the ring, we're waiting, we're talking, and a little bit arguing because I told him that I didn't want to do this. This wasn't my idea. I had another tag team partner years ago, but we'll get back into that later. Anyway, we're sitting there arguing. I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to start. He's going to start. Then all of a sudden, music hits. The music hits. Real American. I'm looking out into the lot, and I'm looking out, and oh my God, I see these two. I'm standing there. I'm like, oh shit, we're fucked. I literally look at Jeremy and I said, fucker, you're starting. Guess what? I'm staying over there. Anyway, so these two get in the ring and they're doing their whole Hulk Hogan thing, which I will mimic if they'll let me. Anyway,
No, he's not allowed. Stop that.
Or even mimicking our DX stuff.
Anyway, so these two get down there and I go outside of the ring. Jeremy's inside the ring. He goes to punch this guy. It doesn't work. Then he tries to attack this guy. It doesn't work. This guy gets out of the ring. This guy's in the ring. Match is over. I didn't even get in the ring. It was incredible. This guy he hits him a couple times, picks him up, delivers an angel dust. 1, 2, 3. We lost. We broke up. They came back. End of story.
The Ghostbusters stuck around for a while because I remember on over at Uncle E.G.'s
I wasn't part of it.
when we were there, you were still part of the Ghostbusters there.
Only for one time. Because
You were still a Ghostbuster.
You guys
Well, that was because
Matt didn't show up.
You stepped in. No, it wasn't Matt. It was Brandon.
Brandon, that's it. Yeah,
Brandon and Spark.
had a falling out.
Yeah. So the Ghostbusters needed a recurve, so they brought him in to fix it.
You were saying?
Yes, you were saying, Tyre?
I forget.
Remember, I'm not the only host here. I don't know why she was saying that. This is my channel. I gotta talk more.
Well,
You're the host of this. You're the host of this.
You were saying?
I'm the host of this.
Okay. You have been kind of a little bit quiet.
You gotta
over
start
there,
saying something. You were saying something. What was it?
Yeah, I forgot.
Well, since he forgot, let me tell you something. There was a tag team partner of mine. Almost every tag team partner I go with, I turn my back on. Or 2 weeks later.
Or they turn their back on him.
One in particular. His name was Sea Dog. He turned his back on me. And it was not a pretty sight.
No, if on Sea Dog's defense here, you had a habit of, kicking or hitting your partners. You're hard to tag with. Because you could
One man fucking
you could
show.
be standing on the corner waiting to be tagged in, and one of your partners get over, you hit them. Or you run in and hit them. Well, you're on the apron.
Ding, 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 DQ, motherfucker, we win.
You did that quite a bit.
I know I did.
You were like the Shawn Michaels of the OCW. Run in, kick them, and run back out.
What can I say? When one man
Or-
showed, I'm damn
or-
good at it, right?
Or nowadays, you'd be like the Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Well,
Except just the uglier, fatter version of him. But.
do we have to get into this?
Was it around one of the times that when we wrestled in the Ball Diamond there, we had I can't remember if it was like a battle royal. Like, it wasn't a Royal Rumble. It was just like one of those. I think we had like 10 of us, if I remember. It was like elimination match until last. I think that's the match where you end up accidentally dropping me on the back of my head.
No, that was it. That was
No,
in
that
the
wasn't
sand
in that. It was in the sandpit or the ball diamond. It was down and behind the ball diamond.
Yeah, because I remember making Danny tap out.
Yeah.
I caught him in the code red there and had him. He tried to fight it off, but yeah, there was no getting away from that. I think I tapped Damon out once to that. That was it. And after that, it was all out. He just would get you like it was nothing. But he always waited until the other guy would drop you or something, then he'd just take advantage of it and he'd run up.
I think I remember the match you're talking about. It was a submission free for all in the sandpit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the one. I was trying to think of how that went, but I don't remember the eliminations.
I don't remember the order.
It was me first.
Remember, this was back in a time where there was no fixed winner or anything like
Yeah.
that. We killed ourselves.
Yeah, that we did. Like
Before we
but
decided.
even
add
scripted
a
though.
few
Like
things.
when we were at Uncle Easy's and we had the
Even it wasn't really scripted. It was just winner decided.
yeah.
Right? Do what you want just to make sure. This is how we're working the storyline. That's pretty much all we did, right?
I remember the
We went from wrestling fun to entertainment.
Wow. I don't know so much about the entertainment. I remember Hardcore Havoc. I remember because we went to weapon shop and just whatever, and then I remember
shopping with
halfway-
this guy in the dollar store for weapons. We gotta test him out first.
it was fun.
Fucking tiki torches, those fucking things hurt.
Yeah. I remember when we got the
Poor man's kendo stick.
Exactly.
what was it, chains that we'd bought. And I remember halfway through the match, I can't remember who I was going after. And then I remember turning around, Daniel hit me with the chair, and then as soon as I went down, he grabbed a chain and he wrapped it around my neck and started pulling.
Oh,
I
yeah, he tried to
couldn't-
pop your head like that.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe. I almost felt like the
I
night.
told you to pass out, motherfucker.
I almost felt like New Year's Eve when you put me in a headlock. It was like I thought of that chain all over again. I'm like, are we at Hardcore Havoc again? Or what's your hangover? Being choked to death. Just don't know. But
Well, I told you to tap out. It would have been a lot
Yeah.
easier.
Okay, so guys, we're running on time here. Got to keep this at a certain,
30-minute time limit.
30, 40-minute time limit. So what would you like to see in future podcasts? What would you like to talk about? Let people know. I personally want to talk about our fishing and camping experiences. Stuff like that, stuff out in the outdoors.
Our ghost hunts.
We could talk about that.
I can remember quite a few of those.
It inspired a couple little short novels and stuff that we accomplished over time. Graveyard Ghost 2, Fright of My Life.
Yeah. There was a lot of, especially I was telling people about the 2 pictures I took of you up in your room there,
Mhm.
number 6, that frightened the snot right out of me.
Not to mention the little girl that seemingly haunts my parents' place.
Yeah.
That we caught in the picture as well.
We've had a lot of good
That'd
experiences.
be something
with
we'd like to see. Like to talk about.
Yeah, we can do that. Next podcast we have Josh joining us on the couch, and we're going to be talking about Josh's drunken camping adventure. That's going to be hilarious. You're going to want to stay tuned for that one. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see Stacy on the couch. We did a Q&A back before Christmas there. You guys seem to like it. We got a lot of views. So we're trying to stay with the trends on YouTube, and podcasts are a big trend. Q&As are a trend. We decided, I asked these guys if they want to do it, and they said, sure, why not? So we're going to try and do this bi-weekly. Every 2 weeks we'll have a podcast up, just us talking shit about the old times, fishing, camping.
And please forgive my ugly.
And
Forgive
please-
their ugly and his
Please-
mouth,
Yeah,
which he swears
please.
a lot.
Yeah, he's worse than a sailor on a Sunday afternoon.
But yeah, I hope you guys like this, and we got to think of an intro or an outro here for the 3 of us for the OutCast podcast.
Stay tuned for next time.
We can hear more shit.
Yeah, I'm lost.
About the old days. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with your friends. And we'll catch you next time.
Put some questions in the comments. We'll be glad to answer.
Yeah,
for
do
sure.
that. Yeah, put some questions in the comments. We'll be glad to answer. And we'll catch you next time on the OutCast podcast.